Welcome to our in-depth review of the latest dramatic developments in The Bold and the Beautiful. Today, we'll be exploring the intense storyline involving Liam Spencer's life-threatening medical crisis, which has captivated viewers with its emotional depth and unexpected twists. The recent episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful have taken a dark turn for Liam Spencer, played by Scott Clifton. After a heated argument with his father Bill Spencer that resulted in Liam falling and hitting his head on a table, his condition rapidly deteriorated. Steffy Forrester, finding him unconscious, immediately called 911, leading to Liam being rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery to address blood pooling in his skull and brain area. What initially seemed like a simple head injury has revealed itself to be something far more sinister. In a shocking development, doctors Bridget and Grace discovered a mass in Liam's brain that was deemed both incurable and inoperable. This grim diagnosis suggests that Liam's days might be numbered, creating a sense of urgency and emotional weight to the storyline. The show has masterfully built tension around Liam's condition, with Dr. Grace Buckingham taking charge of his initial care and Finn being called in to consult on the case. Finn's involvement adds another layer of complexity to the situation given his relationship with Steffy, Liam's ex-wife. Dr. John Finn Finnegan, portrayed by Tanner Novlan, has stepped into a pivotal role in Liam's medical journey. When Steffy summoned Finn to Liam's ICU room, he immediately rushed over to assess the situation. Despite their complicated history, Finn is married to Steffy, Liam's ex-wife. Finn has shown nothing but professionalism and genuine concern for Liam's well-being. The storyline has evolved to place Finn at the center of Liam's treatment plan. Recognizing the severity of Liam's condition, Finn has dedicated himself to researching Liam's case extensively. After consulting with Dr. Grace Buckingham and examining the diagnostic results, Finn has determined that while the mass in Liam's brain presents an extremely high risk of surgical failure, doing nothing would certainly result in Liam's death. This medical dilemma creates the perfect dramatic tension that The Bold and the Beautiful is known for. Finn finds himself in the position of having to deliver devastating news to someone who is not only his patient, but also an important part of his wife's life and the father of his stepdaughter Kelly. Faced with the grim reality of his diagnosis, Liam makes a brave and character-defining choice. Rather than accepting his fate passively, Liam opts to fight for his life, even with the minimal chances of success that surgery offers. This decision showcases Liam's resilience and determination. He would rather face the risks head-on than simply wait for death to claim him. The decision-making process involves not just Liam but also those closest to him. Steffy, despite her complicated history with Liam, stands firmly by his side, supporting his choice to undergo the risky procedure. Bill, despite their recent argument that contributed to Liam's condition, puts aside their differences to support his son during this critical time. This collective decision to proceed with the surgery, despite the overwhelming odds against success, highlights one of the show's recurring themes: hope in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. It's a testament to the human spirit's resilience and the power of support from loved ones during life's darkest moments. In a turn of events that defies medical expectations, Finn performs the high-risk surgery on Liam with remarkable success. The procedure, which had such a low probability of success that it seemed almost futile, ends up saving Liam's life. A testament to Finn's exceptional medical skills and perhaps a touch of miracle that soap operas are known for. The surgery sequence is portrayed with the dramatic intensity that The Bold and the Beautiful excels at, with tense moments where Liam's life hangs in the balance. Finn's steady hands and focused determination guide him through the complex procedure, removing the brain mass that threatened Liam's life. The post-operative period is equally fraught with tension as everyone waits to see if Liam will regain consciousness. Days pass with Liam remaining unresponsive, leading to growing concern among his family and friends. Then, in a moment of pure relief and joy, Liam finally opens his eyes, signaling that he has survived the ordeal. While Liam's survival is cause for celebration, it quickly becomes apparent that the surgery has come with a significant cost. Upon regaining consciousness, Liam exhibits complete amnesia, unable to recognize his loved ones or recall any details of his past life. This unexpected complication transforms what should have been a joyous recovery into a new kind of challenge for everyone involved. The amnesia storyline opens up compelling narrative possibilities, allowing the show to explore themes of identity, relationships, and the essence of what makes us who we are. Is Liam still the same person without his memories? How will this affect his relationships with Steffi, Hope, and his daughters? Liam's memory loss is particularly poignant given his recent reflections on wanting a second chance at life. Before his surgery, he had expressed a desire to put love first and be a better person. Now, with no recollection of who he was or the mistakes he's made, he has been given that clean slate, though not in the way anyone would have wanted. Upon discovering Liam's amnesia, his loved ones immediately begin efforts to help him recover his memories. Steffi takes the initiative by bringing their daughter Kelly to visit him, hoping that seeing his child might trigger some recognition or emotional connection. The scene is both heartwarming and heartbreaking as Kelly excitedly greets her father, only to be met with confusion and lack of recognition. Bill Spencer also makes appearances at Liam's bedside, attempting to jog his son's memory with stories of their past, and their sometimes tumultuous but ultimately loving father-son relationship. Despite their recent argument that contributed to Liam's injury, Bill shows genuine remorse and concern, demonstrating the depth of his love for his son. Hope Logan, Liam's ex-wife and mother of his daughter Beth, also visits regularly, sharing memories of their time together and showing him photos of their family life. These visits are particularly poignant as Hope had been worried about Liam's unusual absence before learning of his condition. Despite the well-intentioned efforts of his family and friends, Liam begins to feel overwhelmed by the constant stream of visitors and the pressure to remember. Each person who enters his room brings expectations and emotional baggage that Liam cannot process or understand. To him, these are strangers claiming intimate connections that he cannot feel or recall. The pressure to remember becomes increasingly distressing for Liam. The medical team observes signs of anxiety and stress that could potentially hinder his physical recovery. Liam begins to withdraw, appearing fearful during visits and becoming agitated when pressed to recall memories or recognize faces. In a particularly emotional scene, Liam finally expresses his frustration and fear, asking to be left alone. He explains that each visitor makes him feel inadequate and anxious as he cannot be the person they want him to be. This moment of vulnerability reveals the psychological toll that amnesia is taking on him beyond the physical recovery from brain surgery. Respecting Liam's wishes, his doctors recommend limiting visitors temporarily to allow him space to process his situation without added pressure. Though reluctant, his family agrees that Liam's mental well-being must take priority, and they step back to give him the breathing room he needs. During this period of relative solitude, Liam begins to reflect on his situation with the help of his medical team. Without the pressure to remember specific people or events, he starts to come to terms with his condition and develop coping strategies for his new reality. The show portrays these quiet moments of introspection with sensitivity, giving viewers insight into Liam's internal struggle. The medical staff, particularly Finn, continues to monitor Liam closely, providing not just physical care but emotional support as well. Finn's dual role as Liam's doctor and Steffi's husband creates an interesting dynamic as he balances his professional responsibilities with personal connections to the situation. Just as everyone believes that giving Liam space is helping his recovery, a shocking development occurs. Liam disappears from the hospital. His bed is found empty during morning rounds, with no sign of where he might have gone or how he managed to leave undetected. The disappearance triggers immediate panic and a hospital-wide search, followed by a police report when it becomes clear that Liam is no longer on the premises. Security footage reveals that Liam left the hospital in the early morning hours, appearing disoriented but determined. This unexpected turn raises numerous questions. How did Liam, still recovering from major brain surgery and unfamiliar with his surroundings, manage to leave undetected? Where would he go when he doesn't remember any locations or people from his past? Is he in danger, given his vulnerable medical condition? Liam's disappearance unites his family and friends in a frantic search effort. Steffi, Hope, and Bill set aside their differences and complicated histories to focus on finding Liam before his health deteriorates further. The police are involved, but with Liam having no memory, his behavior patterns are unpredictable, making traditional search methods less effective. Finn provides medical insight into Liam's condition, warning that without proper monitoring and medication, Liam could face serious health complications. This adds urgency to the search, transforming it from concerning to potentially life-threatening. The search extends throughout Los Angeles, with characters checking locations that were significant to Liam in his past. Places he might have been drawn to subconsciously even without explicit memories. Hope checks their former home. Steffi searches the Cliff House where they once lived together. And Bill investigates Spencer Publications, all coming up empty-handed. As days pass without any sign of Liam, a troubling possibility emerges. Has he left Los Angeles entirely? Without memories to anchor him to the city or its people, Liam might have felt no reason to stay. The lack of credit card activity or phone usage makes tracking him nearly impossible, leaving his loved ones to wonder if he started a new life somewhere else, unaware of who he truly is. This uncertainty creates a powerful dramatic tension that leaves viewers on the edge of their seats. Has Liam truly disappeared without a trace? Will he ever regain his memories? And if found, will he choose to return to a life he doesn't remember, filled with complicated relationships and expectations? The storyline leaves us with these compelling questions, masterfully setting up future developments that could take many possible directions. Whether Liam will be found, whether his memory will return, and how this experience will change him and those who love him remain to be seen in upcoming episodes. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth analysis of Liam's dramatic storyline in The Bold and the Beautiful. If you enjoyed this review, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more soap opera insights and character analyses. Until next time, keep watching.